Just wanted to talk, that's all.
It's just a reaction.
The rare mid-game podcast. We are in the middle of a Yankees rain delay, but they have made a trade. They have traded for David Bednar of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bednar has 17 saves this year with the Pirates, 2.37 ERA. The StatCast stuff still looks really, really good. I'm going to put up his numbers real quick. You can see that by pitching run value, he's in the top quarter of the league. His fastball, while not extremely fast at 94.9 miles an hour, still above average. The breaking ball run value and the off-speed run value, both well above average. He's a three-pitch pitcher at this point: fastball, curveball, and split-fingered fastball. The Yankees do love pitchers with split-fingers fastballs. Fernando Cruz, who's coming back from an injury soon, and Mark Leiter also coming back from an injury. Those are two guys who throw effective splitters. It is the most effective pitch in baseball. And the chase percentage, whiff percentage, strikeout percentage, all elite. Walk percentage, really good, so he throws strikes. That's something we could use. And, ground balls a little bit less than normal. And barrel percentage, he does allow the hitters to barrel it up. But for the most part, his numbers look pretty good. He has had some success this year in terms of strikeouts, 51 strikeouts in 38 innings pitched. So, hey, it'd be interesting to see if he becomes the new closer or the new setup man. Right now, we are dealing with an inconsistent Devin Williams. Last night, he obviously blew the save, gave up a big 2-run home run late in the game. And Luke Weaver, started off the season great, but since he had that hamstring pull, he has not come back at full strength. So this was, I think, a necessary move. And Frankie texting me while I'm on the air, Frankie, you should know better. We don't know yet who the Yankees have traded. So we'll find out soon. I'm going to pull up the Twitter feed and see if we can get some further details. I'd imagine that we're going to find out in the next, several minutes. Typically, once a deal breaks, the return package gets announced, shortly thereafter. But the deal is pending a medical review. So that is not necessarily a guaranteed done deal. Those of you who watched the Yankees in the 90s will remember back in 1997. I'll still remember this. It was right around the trade deadline, 97. The Yankees had a deal in place. It was Kenny Rogers and maybe a prospect it was Kenny Rogers and Mariano Duncan for Greg Vaughn. And the deal was nixed because Greg Vaughn didn't pass his physical. Well, funny epilogue to that story, Greg Vaughn went on to hit 50 home runs the next season. But the Yankees traded Kenny Rogers that offseason to Oakland, and they got Scott Brosius, who won the 1998 World Series MVP. So who knows how history changes if that deal goes through. But David Bednar, no word on who's going back yet. I will keep an eye on this. We're seeing now that the San Diego Padres are acquiring Freddie Fermin from the Kansas City Royals. So a minor deal there. Earlier today, we had a guy who's on the injured list, Shane Bieber, going to the division rival Blue Jays. And, it's been an issue getting him healthy. He was supposed to come back in June, and that got delayed because he had some elbow soreness. So I'd be fascinated to see when he comes back. T. Miller says that we should trade Devin Williams now. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. I am not opposed to trading Devin Williams now that we do have an established closer. Maybe you can deal Williams and get some other pieces that you need. Maybe he can... Well, I don't think he would go back for a pitcher because he's going to be a free agent. And anybody who's unloading pitching is obviously not in need of a closer, right? I mean, you don't need to trade a starting pitcher for a closer if you're unloading. I think the best fit would be to get Devin Williams to a contender who needs relief pitching, but maybe in a spot where the pressure isn't too high. I mean, maybe he could go to, a Houston or a Seattle or, someplace where you might be able to get a decent prospect back for him. Maybe a shortstop prospect. Who knows? But I wouldn't count on a huge return for this guy. Lori C says, David Bednar is a good dude, too. I don't know a whole lot about him. But once again, if you're just joining, I'll go ahead and put the StatCast stuff back up. David Bednar, headed to the Yankees, 2.37 ERA this year in 42 games. He has been used a lot. He has 17 saves, 38 innings, 51 strikeouts, 1.11 whip, just running through the MLB percentile rankings. Pitching run value, 75th percentile, so top quarter of the league. The breaking ball run value and off-speed run value, both around the top quarter of the league. Breaking ball run value is in the 74th percentile, off-speed run value in the 78th percentile. ERA in the 82nd percentile. Expected batting average, just 228, so 74th percentile. This is a guy who is very difficult to hit. This helps the Yankees bullpen. And I got to say, I like the moves that the Yankees have made so far this year. I mean, McCann has been a great fit so far. McMahon, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Brian McCann, former Yankees catcher. But McMahon has been a great addition defensively. He's got some big hits. He had the walk-off last night. And I feel like he fits in. He seems like a good dude. He's got a good arm over there. So I like that move. We haven't seen a lot of Austin Slater. He's starting in right field today, but, hasn't had a huge impact on the game yet. Game is still in a rain delay. I tell you what, we're going to go to a quick word from DraftKings, and then we'll be back and we'll try and let you know who the Yankees are trading for Bednar, so stick around. 60 seconds.
Nothing says summer like long days, clutch plays, and firing off a few bets on the game. All with DraftKings Sportsbook. Pick a guy to go yard, hammer some live odds mid-game, or just ride with your squad and hope for the best. DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FOUL for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for a gambling problem. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
It's just a reaction.
All right, so we're still getting word on the Bednar trade. We're going to take a look at this post from Max Goodman, who posts the Yankees' potential bullpen with everybody healthy. Bednar at the back end, Devin Williams and Luke Weaver setting up, Fernando Cruz, Tim Hill, Mark Leiter, and Ian Hamilton. I'll be completely honest with you. I have not seen much out of Ian Hamilton this year. It's also notable that he leaves Jonathan Loaizaga out of that. I mean, Loaizaga has not been great, but he still throws 100, right? I mean, I think that's very interesting that he leaves him out of that mix. But still waiting on the return for Bednar, and I will keep you posted. Okay, so here we go. From Robert Murray, who has been on the show. Rafael Flores is among the players going to the Pirates for the Yankees in the David Bednar deal. So we're going to go ahead and like that and retweet it by Robert Murray. So Rafael Flores, pretty good prospect. I'll go ahead and pull up his minor league numbers, and we'll wait to see if anybody else gets announced as part of this deal. He is 24 years old. He is a catcher. Yankees loaded with catching prospects. He's playing for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, hitting .279 with 16 home runs and 60 RBIs on the season. Again, 24 years old, so kind of an older prospect. He began the season at AA. He hit .287 with 15 home runs. He was recently promoted to AAA. He's played 10 games there, and he has hit .211 with 1 home run and a .388 on-base percentage, so he's got a good eye at the plate. Spencer Jones continues to just demolish baseballs at AAA. We had a report this morning that the Yankees were not going to trade Spencer Jones unless it was for Paul Skeens. And there's no indication that the Pirates are going to trade Paul Skeens. So John Garvlogs says, I hope Loaizaga goes traded. Actually says he hopes Lozano is traded. And Asia says, get Alcantara. I want to pull up Sandy Alcantara's StatCast numbers. He is somebody that I watched pitch the other night, and the stuff was tremendous. He still throws really, really hard. And velocity is the biggest predictor of success in the major leagues. And this is a guy who throws 97 with the sinker. 97.5 with the four-seamer. He's got a slider, a changeup, a curveball. He still keeps the ball on the ground. And I think you can partially disregard a lot of his stats with Miami. Number one, he's coming back from Tommy John surgery. He missed over a year. And number two, they don't probably use him properly, right? With the Yankees, you have this pitching lab, you have Matt Blake, you have all these, designer ways of getting people out. And let's face it, the Marlins probably don't have that kind of data. So he's probably, going on some antiquated stuff. But I watched him pitch the other night, and he looked great. He looked fantastic. And Miami's been playing a little bit better recently. I do think he's going to get traded. Adam Barnett says that they wanted Dominguez for Santi. Nobody really knows at this point because nobody's leaking. A lot of what you put out there is just, it's just rumors and conjecture, but nobody really finds out what those conversations were like a lot of times ever, but most of the time until after the trade deadline has passed. So, personally, I wouldn't trade Dominguez or Spencer Jones for Sandy Alcantara, but I'd have trouble saying no to pretty much anybody else for Sandy Alcantara because he's got one of those kind of arms that you just drool over. Anyway, we're counting on doing a post-game show as soon as this game is called. Right now, the Yankees lead. Big home run from Giancarlo Stanton, big 3-run home run from Ben Rice. And then we'll have a post-deadline or maybe even a leading up to the deadline, maybe like 15 minutes early. I'll get on and do a live stream as the deadline approaches, and we'll see if the Yankees are able to complete any of these deals. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see ya when we see ya.